It's Hot Mike with Hutton and Withrow, where daily we discuss the National Football League and the push for the postseason. In the AFC, plenty of teams trying to jockey for positioning. In the NFC, well, the best teams in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles and San Francisco 49ers.
Well, hold on, Hutton. Not just those teams, but how about the Detroit Lions is one of the best teams in the NFL? Other shows may not mention that or talk about it. We will.
We are on board with Detroit. Subscribe to the podcast. Join us each day for Hot Mike with Hutton and Withrow across the Outkick Network. We discuss the NFL, college football, and the top headlines from Outkick.com.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I'll be talking on graduating high school. I know a lot of people about like, bro, you do like, how come you don't do no college episodes? Because I never went to college. I know people about like, oh, what can I expect from graduating from college? I have no idea. I'm like, after high school, I was done. I was like, nope, I am not going through no more schools, nothing, unless I really want to go to school to learn something. That'll be the only reason why. But if not that, I'm like, bro, I am staying my happy self at home, and I am learning my things from Google or YouTube or possibly Twitter, okay? So, but anyways, no, graduating high school was definitely an experience. Like, I didn't realize how much of an experience it was going to be until I was actually there, like, you know, going through with graduation and stuff. So, yeah, let's talk on the first things first, like how I found out I was graduating. So I might have told this before, but so pretty much what they did, you know, to separate the kids that were graduating and the kids that wasn't graduating. Yes, they had that. So they had one table where it had white cards. The white cards, you were graduating. Then they had another table with blue cards. Blue card kids were not graduating. I ran to that table with the white cards so fast, bruh, I was looking through cards when I seen the name Tyler Moss on that white card. I'm like, fam, I have done it. I have made it, okay? I am graduating high school. I cannot be happier, okay? Because all the crap that I went through with high school, bro, I am happy about this, okay? So anyways, so yeah, we got our cards. And then so we had to keep those cards too because they would know like to give us our diploma and all that stuff. So anyways, so I remember like we had to, I think we gave the card, so we gave the card back like graduation day, but what we overall had to do, we had to do a practice graduation. We had to do a rehearsal for our own graduation. It wasn't on some stuff where it's like you could just stand in like in the backstage part and then you just walk out or you get into a liner. No, so what we had to do, right? So we had to walk, like it would be four of us walking together. So the four of us will walk, stop. We had to walk, stop again, walk to our seats, and then sit down. And then when we was like had to go up on stage to get, we wasn't even getting the diplomas the same day. No, they mailed us our diplomas in like afterwards and stuff, after graduation and all that stuff. So what they overall did was that they'll have us, so we'll stand up from our seats, get into a line, walk out. I think it was, yeah, so it was just like those row of kids in those seats. So they would stand up, walk up to the line to, you know, go get the like their book. So we'll get the book for our diploma, but we wouldn't get the diploma and stuff. So yeah, then we'll have to like walk up, go get the book, and then come back down and sit and things. So I'll be talking on that. But yeah, so we did the practice, right? So we did two practices. The first practice, I tripped. I didn't fall, but I tripped on this like little thing on, like it was like a piece of paper or whatever it was. No, it was like something that was sticking up from the floor, but it was like some paper I think they had. I don't even know why they had paper there in the first place, but anyways, I remember it being some paper and my foot kind of caught it a little bit, and I'm like, oh my God, if this happens at graduation where I trip and fall, bro, kids ain't gonna let that down. I'm seeing most likely end up gonna befriending I'm cool with these kids already and things, but I'm like, they're not gonna forget this. This ain't something that they're not gonna forget. So I gotta make sure of it. I'm taking big steps. I'm a big stepper when I go to my graduation. So anyways, so I remember when we did the first practice. And then, trip. Second practice, didn't trip. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do like everything to the exact like moment, the steps, the amount of seconds from the lift off of my foot, the amount of seconds for it to put my foot back down. Okay, the breathing, I gotta mimic everything possible, okay, for when I'm graduating. So anyways, so yeah, then we did the practice graduation, and it was crazy because like we had to show up for that, and school was still going on, so it wasn't like we had to like show up on the weekend or whatever. No, like school was still going on, so we could go to like, I guess, the classes that we were assigned to, but it was like, fam, I'm graduating, I ain't gotta go to these classes. Even the teacher said like, okay, well yeah, you're graduating, so see ya. I'm like, good luck in life. So yeah, cause no, there was I remember it was some of my teachers. There was like two teachers that had where we were supposed to be doing like a movie assignment, and the funny thing was like I had already seen the movie. So it was this it was like it's not that old, but it was this movie called Secondhand Lion. It's about these two uncles talking to this kid. They purchased the lion at some point, yada yada. Kid ends up loving the uncles and things, and the uncles end up loving them. They telling them this like dope story. But yeah, I was all like, fam, I seen this movie, I already know what. I'm like, you could just go ahead and give me the paper now, because I'm like, I could do this whole assignment. So the teacher was all like, oh well, since you seen the movie, then yeah, you could just sit down and just watch it and stuff. And then the other teacher, so we were reading a book for that class, and I remember she was all like, oh well, Tyler, since you're graduating, you don't have to go and read this book. You could just sit and just listen and things. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, I'll read the book, I'll still like, continue on and things, I'm not going to like go out like that. Like she's like, no, it's okay. So I was just sitting there just listening to everybody else read. I'm just chilling and stuff. And so, yeah, I remember like that was like the final few days of like my high school experience and stuff. And I think I went to class like one more time. And then after that, I was like, I think I was just mainly there to just kind of like, say bye to my friends and all that, like the underclass, like the juniors, sophomores, freshmen, all that stuff. But other than that, yeah, it was like my all my senior friends, we were all just out living it up and stuff. So then it came time for graduation day. So what was going on graduation day? So anyways, I had my hair cut, had my clothes picked out, had all that stuff all sorted out and things. So we had to meet at the Tacoma Dome. So that's where they hold like the graduation and stuff. They might have changed it, but at least for me, it was like, I remember for because both me and my sister, we both went to, well, she went there like at a different time than I did, but we ended up still going to the same place and stuff for graduation, for like the graduation ceremony and things. So yeah, we ended up going to the Tacoma Dome, big giant dome out here in Washington State. And yeah, it was like we didn't live too far from it and things. It was like maybe a 10-20 minute drive or whatever. So anyways, go to the Tacoma Dome. I see all my like all the seniors standing out still with my friends and stuff. Oh, so no, here's one thing. All right, here's what happened with that. So they gave you the choice to walk with your friends, right? So one of my friends, he had found out that he wasn't graduating. So it was the four of us, like, cause it was like, well, it was me, it was a white guy, it was one of my friends, he's Guamanian, Samoan friend, Asian friend, and and me. So hold on, how many is that? I don't even freaking know. But I remember there were some other, it was another friend. All of us couldn't all walk together. We wanted to, but we were all like, we can't do that and things. So I remember it was going to be four of us walking together, but one found out that he wasn't graduating. So then what overall had happened, so they found two other kids that needed two more kids, and then they found three kids that needed one kid. So yeah, overall, I was like, I had to walk with three random people. Never had seen these kids a day before in my life. I had went to this school with them for 4 years. 4 years, and I have never seen these kids a day before in my life. So seeing them, I was like, okay. I'm like, oh, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Tyler. I'm like, you most likely seen me standing out outside of a classroom because I got sent outside or, whatever, or seen me in the detention room and things. But I'm like, nice to see you guys. I could tell them kids, they did not look like the type of kids that would get in trouble. So that's why I was like, I know I wouldn't. They were in class learning. I was in the classroom arguing with teachers and stuff. So I was like, yeah, definitely don't know these kids. But so anyways, me and them, we were all walking. And, no, it was like hitting it off with them too. I was like, cracking jokes, laughing. We were talking about, all the, like just school and things. And then, eventually, we were all like, at this point in time, we were already in the, Tacoma Dome. And, we were like, walking to go sit down and stuff. And then, of course, they had to have like their little speeches, like the class president, principal, assistant principal, all that stuff. I had went to sleep at some point in time. I kid you guys not. You probably would look and see every kid's, like, their heads is all up and they're all focused in on, like, I can't remember if it was I think I fell asleep for everybody. I think I was asleep for a good portion of my graduation and stuff because I'm like, I'm tired. It's early in the morning. You guys got me all, I'm like, here, gassed up to just sit down and hear a conversation. No, that energy is gone now. Okay, there ain't no more Red Bull in my system. There wasn't even no Red. I didn't even have enough time to drink Red Bull. As soon as I had woke up that morning for graduation, it was already time to get ready and get dressed and stuff. So I didn't even have time to drink no Red Bull. So anyways, so I'm just nothing. There's nothing in me, right? So I go and just pretty much like just falling asleep and things. I wake up to everybody. We all clapping, so I'm like clapping along. I'm like, yeah, class president and stuff. They're like, bro, that's the assistant principal. I'm like, yeah, assistant principal and things. I'm like, bro, can we just get our stuff and go? I'm like, I'm ready to go home now. I'm like, this is too much. I'm like, dang, they're like, all right, here's your stuff, go on about your business and things. That's how I held my graduation. I'm like, no, okay, this is, if I was like the owner of a school and I'm like, okay, this graduation is going to be in 60 seconds. You guys better run to this place in 60 seconds. I'm frisbeeing books all over the place. Grab a book, go home, okay? Just grab a book and go home. That's all that you need to. They were like, but you're not going to give us any speech? Congratulations on graduating, okay? They were like, but what about the kids that didn't graduate? Come back next year or after the summer, summer program, wherever time you have available, you come back. They were like, but what about like any like motivational speeches for our adult lives? Who cares, bro? Who cares? Get your stuff, get up out of here. I do not have time for this. All right, but so anyways, so this is where the walking part gets in place. So after we were all done clapping and all that stuff, so anyways, they're calling up like each row and things for us to stand up. So it gets to our row. We walk up. I should post a picture of how my graduation photo, so there is the one graduation photo that my family took, and then there was the one that the school took. By the way, I'm going to talk about that real quick. So anyways, so we all standing up, we all going off up in the line, walking up to get the little booklet thing. So anyways, I end up walking up. They hand me my book. I was about to walk off, but the guy is holding my hand and I'm looking at him. I'm like, okay, thank you. You can let go now. I'm like, you ain't got to hold on to a handshake is, okay, you shake the hand a little bit, then you let go. They still holding on to my hand. Then the guy's pointing down, all like, oh, a picture. So that little like thing that you put on like the top of your graduation cap where it's like you got like twist it sideways at some random point. So I swung my head because I didn't know what was going on. And I was like, oh, the camera caught me by surprise. Some of it had got caught into my mouth. So yeah, for my picture, they had, overall just got a picture because it was like, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. You could kind of see it in my face where it was all like more so in the eyes where it was like, oh, okay, you caught me by surprise. I was like, I didn't realize because I didn't see no flash or anything. So I'm like, for any of the other kids. So I was just thinking, okay, we just go walk, grab stuff, get up out of here and stuff. But no, it was, I was like, that was a little fun, memory that I'll always have and stuff about my high school graduation. Then, I think we went to go sit back down. I think they might did some more talking, and I was like, okay, like, I'm ready to go home at this point. I'm like, y'all done did enough and stuff. It got to the point where I was like, no, I'm gonna crack some more jokes and things, and overall just be me and stuff. And there's like kids around me laughing because I'm like, bro, I'm ready to go home. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Then like, I didn't even talk to the class president, the principals, assistant principals. I'm like, I said hi to them and that's it. I'm like, that's I think the one only interaction I had with the class president. Have I been saying principal this whole time? I meant president. If I didn't say class president, my mistake. But anyways, I think the one and only interaction I had with the class president was I think I helped her hang up a poster one time. I think that was about it. I'm like, and I think in middle school I had like talked to her briefly during a school dance. I was like, no, okay. I'm like, I ain't hearing nothing that you gotta say. I just want to get my stuff and go home, bruh. I want to go home. But so anyways, because I knew we were like, me and my family, we were gonna celebrate. I think one of my friends, yeah, because he ended up having that. So I went to 2 parties that day. I remember I went to my because my cousin, he graduated, because me and him, we're the same age, so he graduated later on that day. And then, yeah, we went over to his house, had something to eat. Then I went over there to my friend's house, had, I think, was it ice cream and cake? I think I had some ice cream and cake, chilled with his uncles. Because, like, I was cool. That was, like, one of my friends where it was, like, me and him, we were super cool with each other and stuff. So, yeah, I was just, sitting there chilling with them and things. But yeah, I was like, graduation, it was definitely an experience. I feel like that's something that, kids, it's like, you got to experience it at some point in time. So that's why I'm like, to any kids, like they senior years, junior years, sophomores, freshmen, you in middle school, wherever and stuff, like make sure you experience that graduation. Oh, I should talk on the 8th grade celebration. I'm like the 8th grade, in my opinion, my 8th grade, I think I'm going to save that for the next episode. But yeah, my 8th grade celebration, that was more lit than my graduation. I enjoyed that more. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.